I want to share with you three things today, and I want it to be deeply rooted in you because these are practical experiences that has happened to me, and they made me better. You know, I learned in a hard way. I don't want you to learn in a hard way, especially this year, 2026. The first one is you don't need capital to start up a business. When you hear people say, "Oh, I'm looking for capital," or "You need capital to set up a business," it's a scam. They're always scamming you. They want you to depend on them. They want you to come and borrow money. They want you to come and beg them for money. You see, when you start asking people for money, they run away from you. When you start chasing money, money develops wings and fly away. The best way to attract money, the best way to magnet money is for you to make yourself valuable, update yourself, upgrade yourself. That thing that you are doing, be the best of it. If you're a hairstylist, be the best. When you are very good at what you do, people have no choice but to look for you. They will look for you. I was listening to the chairman of First Bank and the owner of Child Center. She said that she went to an office and she saw a lady and she had a very good braids on. So she asked the lady, "Where did you do this hair?" And the lady gave her the number and the name of the girl that did it for her. Do you know what? She called the girl and invited the girl to her house, and the girl made the same hairstyle for her. It was the girl's hairstyle that advertised her. It was her work that made her known to the chairman. Imagine, chairman of First Bank. I've seen this thing happen in my life. When I started my business, I used other people's money. I didn't use my money. It was because I was so good in what I was doing. People wanted to invest in me. So you don't need money. You don't need money to set up a business. Even when before I started my own salon business, I had to sort out someone who was very good in the business. I studied under the person and I partnered with the person. When it was time for me to start my own, I was fully ready. When I got my space in the mall, the first amount of money that I was supposed to pay was 8.1 million naira. You know what I did? I just was, because I didn't know at that time what I'm telling you now. I was trying to raise money, but it was difficult. Until one lady that I work with in one company, who once in a while comes to my shop, heard and invited me. I said, "Bruno, I heard you are looking for money. You didn't mention it to me." I said, "Madam, I didn't know that." It didn't just occur to me. You know what she did? She gave me a check for 5 million naira. Why did she give me the money? It wasn't because, she was. I was going to give her interest, because she told me that she has given money to some people before, and they didn't behave well. They didn't even refund the money to her. But you see, she believed in me. She knew the kind of person that I was, the kind of person that I am. She knew that I'm a serious-minded person. So she gave me the money. I returned the money back to her with interest. Are you getting what I'm saying? So you don't need money. My business has taken me so far. It was from this business I built this my house. It was from this business I bought this car. It was from this business I've gone to America, I've gone to Canada. But I did not use my money to start it. So you don't need anybody. You understand? All you need is yourself and God. Be valuable. People pay for value. Make yourself, trustworthy, and you will see how people will chase after you. And the second thing I want to tell you about too to I want you to listen to this one very well. Stay alive. Stay alive. Stay alive. How many times have I mentioned it? I want you to even say yourself, repeat after me, I will stay alive. Even if your business or your relationship is not working. There's one thing I found out, if your business is not working, if your relationship is not working, or your business is not working, it's not that you don't know what to do. It's not that you're not good at your job. What I found out is that when the devil try everything possible to kill you, maim you, and destroy you, he goes after your business and he goes after your relationship. It's the same thing with people. When people cannot do anything to you, they come and harm things around you, so that they can slowly kill you. Stay alive. Make up your mind. In 2026, I will stay alive even if my business or my relationship is not working. Look at Job in the Bible. God did not permit devil, to take his life. But because of that, devil destroyed everything, around Job. Why? Because he wanted Job to doubt God. He wanted Job to curse God and die. Even the wife even said it. He said, Job, curse God and die. Are you getting what I'm saying? Stay alive. Don't die. Your business, your relationship, they will pick up again if you stay alive. Stay alive no matter what. I've seen this in my life. Devil tried everything possible. You understand? He discovered that my heart is made up, my mind is made up. I am for God. Do you understand? There is nothing that comes in between me and God. God has shown himself mighty in my life. I'm fully convinced there is God. I'm fully convinced there is heaven and earth. There is heaven. There is hell. I'm fully convinced that Jesus Christ came to die for us. He shed his blood for us, and he was raised from the dead, and he's seated in heavenly place interceding for us. So when you have this strong belief, devil will try as much as possible to kill you. And if he cannot kill you, he goes after your business. He goes after your relationship. He goes after things around you. I've seen it in my life. But see, the truth is that devil always come too late in my life. Do you understand? Each time I see attack for the enemy, I know God is preparing me for a breakthrough. I was in the bank. I was asked to resign. I became a successful hairstylist. Because I was doing so very well, the people, they came, they wanted my space. God gave me another bigger space, So many things, that has done. Even my marriage, the devil went after my marriage, I wanted to be operating from America, so I moved my family to America. After I've settled everything, it was time for me to leave. My wife said she was emotionally disconnected from me, that she wants to move on with her life. I said, fine. So I redirected myself to Canada. And Canada gave me 8 years visa. So I can go into Canada and come back. Since 2024, I've been going to Canada. 2024 was Canada. I spent 4 months because I'm doing 1 or 2 things to establish my business there. 2025, I was there too for 4 months. This year, by the grace of God, I'm still going back. Stay alive, keep pushing, keep walking. Keep looking up to Jesus, because he's the author and the finisher of our faith. Stay alive. Stay alive. Stay alive. And the third thing I want to talk to you about is there is no marriage in heaven. Marriage is not a do or that thing. If your marriage is not working, don't blame yourself. First of all, find out whether that union conforms with the kind of unity that is between God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Marriage is a type of the union between us and God. There's no marriage in heaven. So the kind of marriage that we're having on earth here is just a representation of what, is going on in heaven. So if you are in a marriage here on earth and it does not conform, it does not show the type of union that we have with Jesus Christ, that marriage is a scam. Don't let it take your life. What you do, pray about it and let God tell you what to do. You understand? Don't kill yourself because your marriage is not working. There is no marriage in heaven. Ponder on these 3 things I just talked about and do have a nice day.